All right. So the first one, you're going to have a circle like this with two lines if you need to. And let's say this is 140 degrees. I would like you to find, if I were to call this, AB and BC. For AB, since this matches this, these two match, that means the arcs match. So if this is 140, this is also 140. What's up, man? What's the full circle add up to? You know it. 360. So this one's 140. Then BC is what's left over with 140 and 140. So I'm going to do 360 minus 140 together, which is 280. What's left over? 80. So BC must be 80. And you could check your work by adding all three to see if it's 360, okay? So that's the first one. Very straightforward. You just need to know they match. And after that, it's pretty easy. The next one you'll get is a circle with a diameter and a chord. So it looks like this, and it looks like this. This is some center point. Let's call this A, B, C, D. I'm going to tell you these tick marks are the same. This is a right angle, but what's really important, the number is 60 over here. Let's pick a different number.
Okay, can I go try? Because they're 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, I'm using a pen, so can you like keep it at 60?
Sure, we'll do 60. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so this is 60. Now I would ask you for AB, BC, and CD. So I'm going to ask you all the missing pieces. All right, AB. Since these two tick marks match, then the two arcs must match. So if AD is 60, this one is also 60 degrees. So that's 60. And now this one, let's do BC. BC is over here. AC is a diameter, AKA cuts the circle in half, right? So if this is 60, this plus this should equal half a circle, which is 180. So I'm going to do 180 minus 60, which is 120. So this one will be 120. And this one, since the tick marks are the same on the bottom over here, this is going to match the top one, also 120. So this is 120, this is 120. If you don't know they match, you can still do 60 to minus 180, or 180 minus 60, you will get 120 also. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Next circle.
Oh, wait, that's the whole thing?
That was it for that question, yeah. These are all similar situations, so I'm going to put them all on one page. Okay.
We have to write down 4 circles.
Yeah. And this is all the same section, aka like the same type of problem. Let's do that. And then this circle is going to look like this, with the line on the outside. Let you draw those circles for a second. Hey, Lila. I'm just going over every question that's going to be on the test. Tomorrow. You got the art trip?
Yeah.
And then,
I think it's Thursday.
yeah. Do you want to do it during lunch or you want to do it in class? Sure, I'll set it up for that. Okay. All right. So when you have things on the outside, so let's say this is 120 degrees, and I want to find the angle on the inside. When you go inside, you cut it in half. So 120 and the X is on the inside, which means this one would be 60 degrees, okay? So when you go inside, you cut in half. Think about it. The indoors is smaller than the outdoors. Indoors is smaller than outdoors. Then the reverse is true. Let's say this is 50 degrees, and I want to find the outside. When I go outside, I double. Outdoors is bigger than the indoors. So there's going to be 100 on the outside. When you go inside, you half. When you go outside, you double. Okay? Indoors is smaller than the outdoors. Same is true even when the circle looks like this, when we have a line at a tangent. So if this was, let's say 50, then this one on the inside will be half of 50, which is 25. Yeah, same concept. That's why I put this all on the same page. Well, this just looks different, so I don't want you to think it's a different thing. And then we have the reverse. If this is 120 degrees on the inside, the outside will be double that, so 240. Okay. Pretty straightforward, no? Okay. Let's make a A, B, C, D. I'm going to give you this is 40 degrees, let's say. I want to find arc AD, and I want to find angle C. No tick marks here. But we're going to use the rule from the previous one. Since 40 is on the inside, the outside's going to double. So the outside's going to be 80 degrees. So AD is 80 degrees. Even though there's multiple in them, doesn't matter. The outside's 80. Now, if you notice, AD, angle C, is going to go back in. When you go back in, you cut it in half. So about turns again into 40 degrees.
No, it's not like that.
So angle C is going to be 40 degrees because you go 80, cut it in half.
Yo, wait, let's chill. You like not take a picture of me? Should you do a picture of you? Yeah.
Go.
Can you not?
You need some, want some?
Yeah. there's no thing-
Guys, hey, shh, I'm recording, so I just want to get over this and then you could bicker or whatever you do normally. Okay. So 80 when you go outside, but then you cut it in half again, so it's 40. So C is 40. So you can even say that these two will always be equal because if you double it and then half it, you should get the same number. Okay. Next one.
I should have got barbecue chips. What am I?
Which one's my dad?
100 degrees, 130 degrees. And we will find angle X. Okay.
Really?
Okay. For this one, I'm going to call this on the formula sheet. Your formula sheet is a separate paper, but it's going to say inside cross angles. So there's a crisscross on the inside of the shape, inside of the circle. The formula for that, and I will give you this formula, so you don't need to write it down necessarily, but it's going to be arc A plus arc B divided by 2 gives you the angle on the inside, so angle C. Again, you don't need to write down that formula, but I will give this to you. But no, this is for the inside. So this is for the inside cross angle. So this is just the formula. I see. This is what you're going to see on your sheet / the formula sheet. So here, we're going to take the two outside angles, which is 100 plus 130 divided by 2 will give me my answer, which is the inside angle, which I call the X. That's just part of the formula. This is the formula. We just follow the formula. So 100 or so 230 divided by 2. 230 divided by 2, 115. So your angle inside is 115. You could also think of it as what's in the middle between 100 and 130.
So much stuff.
Don't sweat it, man.
Like, is this it?
We'll keep going, dog.
There a lot more.
We're not done yet.
Honestly, I'd rather just talk to you, know.
All right. So this is an inside cross angle. Okay. Next one. This is going to be outside angle. Okay.
We can make that long.
Let's do it like this, actually. Let's do it like that, yeah. So this is outside. Cross angle. Okay, so this is outside cross angle. And the formula for this one, A minus B. So a little bit different, divide by 2 equals angle C. So just a slightly different, it's A minus B when you're on the outside. You subtract when you're on the outside, you add on the inside. Let's say this arc is 300 degrees.
Honestly, feel sick from this angle.
Sorry to hear that. And we're going to find
Alright,
X.
dude, I feel so sad.
Sorry to hear that. Okay, I'm recording. Just tell me later, okay? Okay. So if this piece is 300, this piece is 300. That means I need to know what this piece on the inside is. The inside will always be B, while the outside will always be A. So the part B is going to be what's left over after 300. So what's left over after 300 in a full circle? 60. So we do 360 minus 300. I'm recording. Yeah, you could go. But I'm recording. Please stop talking, guys. So it's 60 degrees. So it's going to be 300 minus 60 divided by 2. So it's going to be 240 divided by 2. So the answer is 120 degrees. So the answer here is 120 degrees. When you're outside, you subtract. When you're inside, you add, okay? You just subtract them and then divide by 2. But you had to find that B is 60. That was the little trick of the question, okay? Because I won't tell you it's 60. You have to figure that out, okay?
Wait, so what do we find out?
You're finding angle C, which is the outside angle, which is 300 I told you, but the 60 I did not tell you. So, so you have to tell me 60 and then you subtract. No, we got more.
Big test.
Not really that big of a test. And we literally been learning about this for a month, I think. So
Yeah, but you can give up to like 30 questions.
yeah, but you're not gonna have 30 questions. All right. Next one, these are going to be inside cross segments. So we're talking about the segment lengths. Inside cross segments. Piece equals piece times piece. Okay. Let's do 5x 10 7. Okay. And this is inside cross segments. So you're going to see in the instruction or the formula sheet, it'll be called inside cross segments and it's piece by piece times piece by piece. Which means when I say piece by piece, I mean it's the same line. So 5 times x, those are the 2 pieces of the line this way, is going to equal 10 times 7, the pieces of the other line. So piece by piece times piece by piece. So 5x equals 70 divided by 5 on both sides.
So it would be 9.
14.
Oh.
Yeah. Fourteen times 5 is 70. So, yeah. So piece by piece equals piece by piece. That's inside, okay? Then the last ones are outside, and I'll have 2 versions for that. All right. Outside ones, we're going to make 2 circles for this, and it'll be the last one for the sheet, or last one for the test. Let's do this. And then let's do one where it's a tangent like that. Outside segments. You can write cross segments, it doesn't matter.
Do I need to do two?
You're gonna do two circles because both of these are gonna apply. And this is gonna be outside times whole line equals outside times whole line. And I'll put some numbers up.
List that one out?
Yes, I will give you this formula, and it'll look like this on the formula sheet. Whatever. Okay.
Too much,
Well, this is the last piece. So
the last question.
10, 8, 4, and we'll say the whole thing is X, okay? Okay. For the top one, it is the outside times the whole thing. Guys, you okay? Hopefully if it saves. Yeah. So outside times the whole thing. So 8 times the whole line, which is 18.
What part is this?
This part? This will be the last section of the test.
I gotta watch the extra.
Yeah. And then the first part is the outside, which is 4 times the whole thing, which we declared as X.
I'm sure.
So 8 times 18, 144. Yep. Equals 4X. Divided by 4 on both sides. Yeah, I know.
What?
36 equals X. So 36 equals X. So X will be 36 in this case, okay?
It's just, look how much this is. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's a test, man.
A lot.
And then let's do the last one.
What's gonna be on the final?
It'll be the second half of the year. And once we get closer, I'll give you a full review sheet.
Mr. Total. Is it gonna be like a long test? Oh, whoa. That could put his job in jeopardy. Why? Because he's recording.
Yeah. 6. Wait, and I needed to be 3-2. So I need another 3-2. So let's make it
Yeah.
3-3-2-2. Whatever, I'll just make it a clean. No, I can't make it a clean number. All right. So for this one, only a piece, this piece on the top over here is the only part that's existing. So when we do this one, it's the outside X times the whole thing happens to be also X. So it's X times X. The outside is the whole thing. And that's going to equal the outside, which is 6, times the whole thing, which is 16. So X times X is X squared equals 6 times 16, 96. Since you have X squared, what do we do to both sides to get rid of that square on the X? We're going to square root both sides. So X equals the square root of 96. Like I said, if your number is not a clean square root, you can save it like that. But if you want to know, that's like 9.8-ish. And that'll be it. That's your whole test. Yeah.
Wait, this is like 3/4